few days ago, I uploaded this photo of my dining room and I asked for people's thoughts. Imagine that your child has used objects around the home to create this while you are in a different room. When you walk into the room, what is your reaction? I've noticed that whenever I make posts like these that ask for people's thoughts and opinions and just an insight into their reactions, I don't get very much back. So I'd like to emphasize the importance of understanding that as parents, we are not supposed to be perfect. We will make mistakes. We will react in ways that we shouldn't react. But the main thing is that we are reflective and that we work to be better versions of ourselves every day. With that being said, I wanted to talk about this from an early years perspective and differentiate it from a busy mum perspective. The busy mum in me who has 1,000,001 jobs to do might react in a very frustrated way, but the educator in me will react differently. When I walked into this room and saw this, my initial response was to listen to what I could hear my child saying. And when I listened, I realized that this was actually a house that he had been building. Here we have a big window. This is our recycling bin, which has been moved and placed inside the new home. We also have some food inside. I asked my son if he had been shopping to buy the food. He replied with, "No, I didn't go shopping." So I asked, where did the food come from? To which he pointed upwards to communicate that Allah had provided him with this food, mashallah. I told him how this reminded me of when Allah provided for Maryam alayhi salam. We spoke briefly about the story. This was a new story from the Quran that I introduced to him briefly because it linked beautifully. I'm just going to share these 3 points with you and not go into everything that was described about the house that was built. The point is that we often misunderstand children and we think that they are creating a mess when actually they are creating something far more valuable. Had the busy, frustrated mum in me reacted and said, "I've just tidied up, look at all this mess," would I have had the same level of conversation? Would I have been invited to this beautiful home to come and enjoy the food that's inside? Would I have noticed this talent and the thought that went into creating using random objects that were found around the home? Instead, all this creativity would have been belittled. The opportunity to introduce a new Quran story would have been lost. The opportunity to show my son how much I value his thoughts and ideas would have been ruined. So next time you feel that your child has created a mess, just stop and try to listen. Try to understand, and you might just find that your child is a little genius, mashallah. Let's nurture children's ideas and creativity. Let's nurture their imaginations and ability to create something out of nothing. Once again, I'd love to hear your thoughts and any stories that you might have showcasing just how talented children can be.